My name is Thomas Rabe. I'm the grandson of John Rabe, and I'm very proud and happy to be today in Nanjing, and I could visit here the renovated house of my grandfather, which is now a peace institute. Not only for my grandfather, but for all those people who worked together with my grandfather as international committee to show what people can do for others. We are now in the John Rabe house. This is a short summary of the complete life of my grandfather and his time in Nanjing. The most important thing is when the Japanese have conquered Shanghai in 1937 and from there wanted here to conquer the Nanjing as the capital of China, together with international friends, he set up an international committee for the rescue in the safety zone, and he could save the life of more than 250,000 Chinese civilians. And in this house, the garden and the German school behind, another 650 refugees found a place here to survive here during this horrible time. I want to talk here about the historical books of my grandfather, which he wrote here during this time in Nanjing from 1937 to 1938. 13th of December 1937. I'm really disappointed when I was waked up by an air raid here of the Japanese. There was bombing everywhere. The Japanese occupied some of the doors of the city wall last night, but have not approached the internal part of the city. We have reached the committee headquarters, and we are founding within 10 minutes an International Red Cross Association, of which I have been a member of the committee. And at the next page, he wrote, he was driving a car. There have been different dead civilian people at the road, and we are driving in direction of the invading Japanese. The most important story, which is emotionally very important for me, the 26th of December 1937, and he is writing, the best Christmas present I received this year was the life of 650 lives of my refugees in my John Rabe house here in Nanjing. The most important question is, why did my grandfather stay in Nanjing? And he writes in his diaries, when the Japanese started to attack bombing here in Nanjing, he was sitting in an air raid shelter in the garden of his house with Chinese children at each hand, and said, if you see these small children so afraid here of what's happening, you cannot leave these people alone. It's very important, if a friend is in need here, you must help them. And he stayed here. We can think about what we can do. If we see a crime, not close our eyes and run away, call help here, call for emergency, and so on here. You are responsible for the others. This is very important. And this, I think, we want to spread this message here to others here. And this is my aunt in Berlin, and she was a high school teacher and was showing the book of my grandfather for the first time in Nanjing, in Tokyo, and in New York. And my family will never forget that at night she got telephone calls, we want to kill you. And we never forget this, how dangerous it is to talk about the Nanjing diaries and to have it. Those one of the family should get the book, who will continue to take care of the book. I decided here not to continue my medical career as a professor because I wanted to take care of this family heritage, but for me and for everybody To read these 2,000 pages and to understand correct what is important or what is not important is not easy. I'm very happy that also my Chinese friends have checked my book, Rabe in China, for the historical contents and for the writings and spellings, Chinese names. So we are very happy and we are grateful to all of them here that we have published this wonderful book. It's not only the story about my grandfather in Nanjing, it's also the story what we intend here to do in future, what our ideas for peace here, and what collaboration projects we have done. And this what we have done is an example for me how to set here the mission to transmit my grandfather's idea from humanitarianism, moral and leadership here, and responsibility to the others here. And we have some great idea for the future. We want that this book here is identically not only available in China, but also in other languages, saying Spanish languages and English. As owner of a publishing company, and from all this money we earned, we set up communication centers at different parts of the world. And if you ask me, what is the precondition for settlement here, previous aggression? The precondition is that both parties accept that it's true, but they know what happened in the past. This we can learn from the war, and that's why we must think about the war.